Python programming, bubble sort. Many times we see the need of arranging the random sequences. For this, Python or other languages, they introduce different techniques. Bubble sort is one of the techniques that we can use for arranging any sequence either in ascending order or in descending order. Today we will see the technique first which is used for arranging the elements and then programming code for that. So before starting the program, let's try to see the technique that we use in this sorting, that is bubble sort. Take an example. This is suppose your list that you want to sort using bubble sort technique. These are the values. We'll be giving 6 values over here. These are some random values. Now what happened in case of bubble sort? As the name suggests, bubble sort. First what we do is we used to compare the adjacent elements, and then if the first one is greater than the second one, we used to swap them. That means 33 and 12, the first two elements will be first compared. If we are arranging this in ascending order, definitely 12 and then 33 should be the sequence. So that's why 12, 33 and rest your list will go as it is. Only at a time a comparison will be done between two elements. So this is the first round, okay, of comparison. Then 33 and 16 will be compared. Again is the same situation. 16 should move this side towards the left. So 12 comma 16, then 33. The rest will be as it is, that is 23, 10 and 42. The third comparison will be in between 33 and 23. Again situation is this, that 33 should go towards the right side. So 12, 16, 23, 33, 10 and 42. This is the fourth comparison of first cycle, okay, that is 33 and 10. So again the list will be like this: 12, 16, 23, 10, 33 and 42. The last comparison, the last two elements, that is 33 and 42, and as we can see here, this is where we don't need to swap the value. So your array list will go as it is: 12, 16, 23, 10, 33 and 42. Now as you can see here, there are 5 comparisons we have done. We only got the last element, that is 42, at a right place, but still there are values to be swapped. So this is first cycle we have completed here. Now we will try to see how this particular part is done in programming. We will be using a for loop as we have. So in for loop, how many comparison actually we have to suggest here is 5 comparisons, okay? 5 comparisons. So same using for loop, we will see now what for loop we have to set. For j as in control in range, so here we have to provide the range, means how many number of times we want this for loop to repeat, that is n minus 1, because n here is 6 and we want this comparison to go 5 times. 5 times means range 5, and we know in case of for loop, whenever we give a number like this, it starts from 0. So 5 times it will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This way it is 5 times, because n minus 1 is 5 and n is 6. Now the process of comparison. So in comparison we'll use if condition. If the list, that is a, j value is the first value, because j is starting from 0, is greater than a, j plus 1, because we want to mention the adjacent element 0 and 1 and j is 0. So when aj is greater than j plus 1, then we need to swap. And in Python, to swap, we have this statement that we can write: aj is equal to a j plus 1. Means at place of j we want value j plus 1. We want to store j plus 1 value. And at place of j plus 1 value we want to store a j value. So comma a j plus 1 is equal to comma aj value. This is nothing but a simple process of swapping. In place of 0 index, 1 index value. In place of 1 index, 0 index value. So this is a statement which will trigger a swapping of the value. If only in condition the first one is greater than the second one. But still after doing this only we will get a last element, that is the largest element at right place. Still we are left with few more values. If there are 6, 5 more elements are left to be arranged. What we have to do? Again we have to start the process. Means first adjacent elements to be compared again, that is 12 and 16. And in this situation this is called cycle number 2. In cycle number 1 we compared 5 times. Now again starting with the same process. In the first one 12, 16, 23, 10, 33 and 42, because we are comparing 12 and 16 this time. Now we will be comparing 16 and 23. Again the 16 is less than 23 is going to be as it is, but the printing will be there. So 12, 16, 23, 10. Now comparison between 23 and 10. Here we need a swapping. 10 should move towards the left. So this way we will move 10 this side. So now the list is 12, 16, 10, 23, 33, 44. Now the next comparison is between 23 and 33, where again this will be as it is, no need of swapping. So rest will be this way printed back. Now the thing is, this time we don't need to compare the last element 42 because it's already arranged. So in first cycle, cycle number 1, we had the number of comparisons 5. Now in cycle number 2, we have comparisons only 4. 4 times we needed to compare. That is cycle number 2. Second cycle. Okay. In this one. That means now this time we did not compare the last element, that is 33 and 42. So first round 5 times we compared, second round 4 times we compared. Simple meaning is with each cycle, each proceeding cycle, we actually are reducing the number of comparisons. So how we can do this in programming is by using n-1 minus I. And if even you don't write n-1 minus I, your program on your output will be same. Now what we have to do, we know that these cycles are to be repeated. Means now this is second cycles, third, fourth, fifth, like this we need 3 more cycles. So what we have to do is the process is to be repeated. How we repeat the process? Using the loop. So that's why we are using another outer loop now for I in range n-1. 6 elements, 5 comparison, and this indentation should be there. This is inner loop. Now this is your complete logic. Okay, that is for I in range n-1 means 5 times repeat the process of comparing each element or adjacent element, and if the first one is greater then swap the value. Understood now? Okay. Now let's see the program. So when you have to, in this program we will be using the with functions. Okay, so first we are writing the function definition. Def bubble sort, name of the function, within a, that is name of the list, and if we want we can even pass on the length of the list, but here we are fixing it. Here we are declaring n, that is length of the list, as 6. Okay, but we can pass it on from the call also. Now this is, as we learn the outer for loop we have to make, that is will be responsible for number of cycles, and that will be for I in range n-1. and inner for loop for j in range n minus 1 minus I. And if you don't write minus I, that will also do, no problem with for the output. Then here first thing we have to do is comparing the adjacent elements. So aj greater than aj plus 1, first value greater than second value. If yes, then swap. And in Python, for swapping, we have a very simple statement. aj position, we want aj plus 1. And at aj plus 1, we want aj. So we have to write it something like this. aj comma aj plus 1 is aj plus 1 comma aj. That means 0 index and 1 index. We want to shift 1 index to 0 index. And this process is called swapping. 0 position, the value next to that. At 1 index, we need 0 index value. Like this, we have to swap. And then print. Now here we have to write the call. So before call, we have to declare the list. We can even ask user to give the random values, or otherwise we can declare like this: 22, 5, 7, 12, 29 and 32. See, we have used n as 6 in the call. So here we have to only give 6 values. Okay. Now bubble sort, call of the function where only needed to pass on. The next what we have to do is just, okay, you see here, this is the output. When you run this code after saving, your array is arranged. Now I would like you to show one more thing, that is the number. Okay, what we need to do, only shift this print a, and you will see how many different these proper transactions will be in the terminal. Just run here. So first cycle, that is 5 comparison, second cycle 4 comparison, third 3 comparison, 2 and 1. So here it is properly cycle number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your bubble sort program. Just you can quickly revise this. What we are here doing is, first we are using outer for loop for I in range n minus 1, which is responsible for number of cycles, and n minus 1 because 6 values, 5 cycles. Then for j in range n minus 1 minus I, because j is responsible for comparison in adjacent element and shifting them or swapping them. Then just a print. This is something very simple. Now if you have understood the process of swapping also. Okay, thank you.